Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Expert Bob here. I have high levels of cock energy. I'm feeling mega sexist today. So we're gonna get right onto the nuclear part of the tier list. So let's get right to it. Starting off with Nairo MK. Nairo MK from part 9. So he did some stuff. I think he fought his Heartless or Nobody. It was one of the two. But that's what happened, and he like beat that person, and it's like relative to like Tinky Winky, or like probably stronger than Tinky Winky. But yeah, that's about where Nairo goes. Next is Bandana D from Part 2 OVA. Bandana D, he fought Eggman with like everyone, like he's going toe to toe with Coral, like. And remember, this is Coral without the AK-47, so it's not full power Coral. But he was still fighting Coral nonetheless, who can probably be consistently placed at nuclear tier, and that's why Bandana is here. Next is Vosik. Vosik, he's racist, and he's really racist. Okay, so Vosik here, he's big and scary. He's Siva. He blows up and shit. I forgot to say, he's from Entropy Adventures expansion 2, and his power is that he's racist. Wait, no, his power is that he kind of does what the Destiny version does, just nowhere near as strong as the Destiny version, because this one is like a bitch and is like nuclear tier at best. And yeah, next is Lewis Griffin or some shit, or whatever the fuck his name was. But he's from Entropy Adventures expansion 2, and he's a little he's like a massive fucking edgelord, and he like scales to Vosik and is like as strong as him, so there's that. And yeah, that's all I have to say about him. Next is Freddy. He holds the Mirage Map Pat, you know, one of Garfield's 2 original Mirages from Part 9. And the power of his Mirage is the game theory is to make game theories as well as the game theory brain blasts, which did some pretty good damage to Shigaraki, who's much stronger than him. And that's why he's here. Next is Astrozist, and a Panda. You might as well do both of them. They're like the exact same. But these two virgins here, they fought their Heartless and Nobody version in Part 9, and that's like their only feat. And those Heartless and Nobody are like above Tinky Winky, so these two would be here too. Next is Tanjiro from Part 15. He showed up. Okay, he helps them. He fights Mungdao, I guess, the I-5 killer. Then like they come across like Jin, and they like find the Jewel of Life, come across Jin in the squad, get fucking mopped, and then like Tanjiro just fucking leaves. That's all. Not to point fingers at a certain creator who I traded a character for, because you know I was like, I kill Lancer and I'll kill this piece of shit. Well, I'll make him leave, and he's like, and then he deletes that, and then he like just scraps that part. Fucking bastard. But yeah, Tanjiro's here. Next is the Helltaker or Doomslayer. He's both. His power is that he can don the Doomslayer armor. That's his Mirage, and he has a shotgun and like all the other wacky weapons. He kills demons and shit. He's pretty strong. He's got the funny Crucible sword, and he's scary. He's like nuclear level. He's pretty strong. Yeah, that's all I can say about him there. And yeah, next is the Amogus. Wait, what is that thing? Oh wait, that's the Fall Guy. Yeah, Fall Guy from his shitty dying game. I don't want to say it's shitty, but it's definitely a dying game. But yeah, his power is that he's able to take people into this cum world of like infinite television screens, and he like wants to make people recognize him and play his game. But of course, you know, since his game is dying, he also died. And yeah, but he's up here because he was able to actually put the fear of God into. Well, he didn't really put any fear in anyone, but he was definitely scary enough to warrant Apollo and Helltaker here to not to take him semi-seriously. Next is Linkara from Part 4. Linkara's power is the number 1 guy, and he likes little girl. He likes it when little girls touch. He likes little girl feet or some shit. I don't fucking know. That's what I know from it. He kind of gets bodied by Mustang, and yeah. Next is, what is his name? Wait, hold up. What's his name again? Wait, fuck, give me, hold up. Yakuza. Goro Majima. There you go. That's his name. Goro Majima from the Part 15 movie. He was the close friend of. He was the close friend of Jin, even though they'd known each other for about literally less than a day, and but they became quick best friends because that's the power. So Goro Majima's power is that he's like able to Okay, here we go. It's like he has a shotgun and stuff, and gun and baseball bat, but his most important weapon is his Mirage Odogaron. And Odogaron is like able to do these crazy slashes. She's pretty fast and stuff, do some serious damage. They were able to fight motherfucking Jiren over here in Florida, and it was a crazy fucking battle, and they won. And yeah, well, he was kind of mostly carried by fucking Neo, but Goro really had the balls to go toe to toe with Dickwad, Simon Blackheart. I don't fucking remember what his name was. Next is Neon, not Pyrocynical. It's Neon, not Pyrocynical. There's a big difference between the two. So Neon from Entropy Adventures Expansion 2, his power. Wait, so he's really good. He's good with technology. He's a hacker man. He can do all this other shit. He has all these fucking insane gadgets and shit, and like this cool gun, and it does a lot of damage. They were able to kill shit like Vosik and shit, bro. It was pretty tough. He's pretty tough. Next is the Ivory King from Entropy Adventures Expansion 3, and Ivory King is the Ivory King. Down at the Burning Come Chaos, he's pretty strong. Has a lightsaber. Remember, he has a lightsaber. That's automatically cool. And yeah, that's about as much as I can say about him. But he's pretty tough. He's pretty tough, guys. Next is Patrick Star from Part 11. Wait, no, I'm idiotic. No, it's Patrick from Part 9. So Patrick was the good old reliable navigator, smart guy of the team, and. Sorry, I thought I was getting attacked by a ghost. Like a ghost was about to come and grab me. So Patrick is pretty crazy. He can go into like this ice cream form. He was able to fight John Arbuckle and shit. It was quite an insane fucking battle and shit. And like yeah, but like Garfield went crazy. And Patrick had to run away and stuff, and found these two dipshits and big guy. And like Patrick's kind of wacky. He does a lot of damage. Wait, no, he doesn't do. Wait, no, I'm stupid. But like Patrick, okay, Patrick, he comes across the boss, okay, and he's like, okay, I gotta fight the boss. So he had to, and he awakened his Mirage, which is Dummy Thick Mr. Krabs, which allows him to turn anything he touches dummy thick. But he was fighting the boss, so that just didn't fucking work at all. He was kind of just invincible. But he did square up with the boss, and then got one-shotted. But that's besides the point. Patrick's power wasn't fully paid. He just awakened his Mirage, so cut him some slack there. Next is Itsuki from Part 13, and the most notable thing about Itsuki is that Senator punches him so fucking hard he explodes in the remake here. But in the original, he gets punched and then comes back later perfectly fine and is able to help defeat Jekt. And yeah, I'm not sure if he'll ever come back though. I hope he's not dead. He was very funny. I just found it hilarious how he just came back from that. No, next is Michael Myers, the legendary Michael Myers. Michael Myers' power, he actually has multiple different powers. So he appears in Part 10. His first power here is his Ben Drown statue. Ben Drown is his Mirage. Ben Drown is able to literally recreate Termina from Majora's Mask and you are timed to defeat him because the moon is gonna come crashing down and destroy the entire area. But he's like able to create these infinite illusions, and like you have to like find out which one's the real Ben to truly damage Myers, because Myers himself is practically invincible all the time. And yeah, Ben Drown's pretty crazy. It took Byakuya's like hope finding bullshit. Wait, what did Togami fucking do? This motherfucker Togami. How the fuck did he actually see him? Hold up. This is very fucking important. Pulling up part 10 real quick. Where the fuck is this battle? This shit was stupid. Part 10's battles were stupid. Let's see. Here it is. He says, oh, his Mirage's ability, open your heart. It lets him see the connection between people and objects. The same power Togami never uses again. Holy fucking shit. Oh my fucking god. Okay. But yeah, Myers is pretty strong. And then like in his revival, Myers has the power, has like these new fucking powers in like the part 11 OVA, which I don't remember. Well, he had no one escapes death, I think. Yeah, he had no one, but he of course was fighting Sasuke Uchiha, who just had urban evasion or some shit. He had fucking borrowed time, dead hard, adrenaline, and all this shit, and just bodied Myers. And then Myers returned in the Christmas movie, and his power this time was that he has a totem that just makes him invincible. Luckily, you know, little bullshit found it, little cash register found it, and destroyed the totem, and they killed Myers in one hit. It was kind of crazy. Next is Emil. Emil, you know, he kind of went through a drastic change in the Part 13 remake here. In the Part 13 remake, not Part 13, I'm fucking retarded. The Part 14 remake, Kindred Spirits, fucking Emil awakens this insane, like Emil this time around possesses his new Mirage that is Valstrax, and he's able to literally like fly into the sky and fire a whole ass meteor, causing an explosion ginormous that was able to make Sin fucking collapse. And it was one hell of a fucking power. And it's fucking insane. You know, Emil's crazy this time around. He isn't some fucking white testicle demon like he did before. Well, like he was before. Next is Legion from part 6 OVA. His power was that he's able to create all this like legion of clones that like are all the same. Whether his power actually did, I don't think it actually did anything. But yeah. Next is N. Fuck N. Fuck everything about this character. He is an asshole. I hate him. So N has 3 Mirages actually. He possesses Regice, which Regice's power. No, I'm not pulling up per 15. 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 15. Which chapters? Which chapters? Which chapters? Which chapters? Which chapters? Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're actually gonna talk about his. We're gonna be talking about his third stance, the Rock, Reggie Rock, and what it does, it probably just blocks all damage. And then his other power is Reggie Steel, which is stance 1, the Boomer Slayer, which he says, okay, Boomer, and if you're a Boomer, you just fucking die. And like, and the second stance, the Thought Slayer, Regice, his power is that he can punch you really, really, really fucking hard. And unluckily enough, he kind of dealt with a Hax-based fighter, which is Grovile, and got fucking mopped. So, yeah, next on the list is Goro Akechi. Goro Akechi's power is Antasma. That's his Mirage. And what Antasma exactly did, I think he did like some dark magic shit, and that did some wacky stuff. And that's all I can actually like fully remember. And like he has a gun and he shot N in the face, so that gun must be really fucking like that gun must be like fucking nuclear level. Like firing nuclear bomb powered bullets. Shit's crazy. Next is the purple guy, otherwise William Afton from part 11. William Afton's Mirage is Steve, and what it did was that it's able to create this spooky demon, okay? Wait, no, not the spooky demon. It's able to absorb all the H2O in your body, making you dry and fucking look. It pretty much turns your ass into a raisin. And he used it on Funny Valentine in part 11, which resulted in Funny Valentine's death. And yeah, he tried to use that power against like Midoriya, but Midoriya like kind of shot a cum beam in the sky with Mega Rayquaza. And that just caused a massive rain, which was able to rehydrate Midoriya somehow, and then he just one-shotted Purple Guy. And then William Afton returns in as Springtrap in part 23, chasing down Aaron and his squad. He's much bigger and actually is even stronger. And his Mirage is actually the other guy, the blue shirt version of Steve. I don't fucking remember what his exact name was, but he's pretty scary. And he does the same thing, but just, I think, slightly better. And yeah. Next is, I don't know what the fuck that is, so I'm skipping that. Next is Edgeworth. This is part 11 Edgeworth, not part 6 Edgeworth. So, part 11 Edgeworth, his Mirage is Bloodbath Diablos. He was able to he got angry, activated his Mirage, and straight up one-shotted Fred, who was supposed to make it to part 11 OVA. And after one-shotting Fred, he proceeded to like continue into the future, okay? And like I could scale this to like fucking part 6 Edgeworth somewhat. Well, actually, no, never mind, I can't. So like part 11 Edgeworth, she's pretty strong, So you got yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Next is, hold on, let me pull up part 5. Part 5. He's just the priest. Okay, so there's your answer. He's just the priest. Yep. Okay, there you go. He's just the priest from part 5. He actually didn't do anything, and I don't know what he did. Next is Hubert, otherwise the White Knight of part 11 OVA. His power, his fucking Mirage is Sepix Prime, and it does the crazy shit Sepix Prime can do. And like the most devastating attack was his nuclear detonation, which is of course like stronger than the average which is like probably like Tsar Bomba level, which shit's fucking crazy. Really strong bomb, though it kind of costed his life. Next is Nokris from the part 9 movie. Nokris's power was that he can like summon these like green orbs of explosions and shit, and like go into a taken state and like try to body Garfield. But like he was racist, so Garfield just beat him because of that, and also it was Monday. Next is Chester, the chess guy from part 3. No, from the Entropy Adventures Expansion 3. So what he did. So, wait. No, I'm stupid. Chester's from Entropy Adventures Expansion 1, which is based off the Minecraft world. And what he does is that, so remember the black and white pawn guy? Yeah, he controls that thing, so he's already stronger than that. And like he has this dark, evil, edgy mode called Sharon, I think. Sharon, or some stupid shit like that. And it's and like he like absorbed the energy of his teammates for power and shit. It's crazy. And like that's like the best I remember him doing. And he did like Tango. He does wield like the Shadow King's sword, but he's definitely not as strong as the Shadow King. Like even Ultima Weapon's great. He has the Ultima Weapon, but that does not scale to Shadow King. Next is Narum from just Entropy, Entropy Adventures. The scrapped main game. It's still canon, but it's scrapped because I did finish the story in my head. But Narum, he's very bulky and shit. He's able to literally eat attacks from motherfuckers like Freddy, and the characters below him straight up negate those attacks. He's bulky as fuck. Next is Maxi Father Maxi, who appeared in part 2, as well as Entropy Adventures. So his power is that he can use holy light and shit. He uses the power of God and Jesus against you. He will hit you with some heresy, and ever since he met Jesus, he used to like infidel children, but then he met Jesus Christ, who told him to stop doing that, and then he like reached his character development arc. And like that was like his character development right there. And now he no longer touches children. He's now a true man of God. And he's able to use these holy summons to summon Jesus Christ, who's in hyperversal. Outer versal. He's able to summon Argos and shit like that. The Pyramid Head, he can summon all the virtues. He can do that shit, but he himself, if you just take away those summons, he isn't that level. He himself actually just isn't that durability or that power output. He's more or less nuclear. Next is Crota from part 13, who so Crota is pretty strong, but like Ripley and like the squad pulled up a Gallowhorn and killed him, and that's all I can still remember about that. He's nowhere near as strong as his father. Next is Aaron Kruger from Entropy Expansion 2. So like he got a Titan transformation. And he's big and strong, and he can punch with the force of a nuclear bomb. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, on to Sai. I fucking hate Sai. Sai from part 6 OVA. His power is that he can, like, paint, okay? He's able to paint characters. So he was able to paint a character like Dante, okay? Who's in Cosmic tier. But for some abnormal reason, Dante pulls up. I repeat. Dante flies in, pushes him off the building, and he dies from a fucking fall. I repeat, Sai, who can probably draw he can literally paint Dante, the exact Dante just pushed him off the building to fly, to like carry him to safety. But doesn't. That's something. But on top of that, he dies from a fall, from like a 50-story fall. From a 50-story fall. I repeat, a 50-story fall. This nigga is weak. But he's nuclear level because he can debatably be strong, but he's a pussy nonetheless. Next is Aquarius. And Aquarius's power, I don't know what the like Aquarius, he does a lot of water stuff. He's from Entropy Adventures 1, as well as he's from a Minecraft world. So his power is that one, he wields a cool funny trident, and he can control water and shit. He can like literally flood entire cave systems in water. So he has a lot of wacky stuff there, and he's pretty strong and stuff. Yeah. Okay, next is Tox. So Tox raped a woman. That's something. Made her give birth to a Tox. That's a crazy feat right there. That makes him a rapist. So now let's go beyond the rapist part. So Tox can Tox's main power is that he can use electricity. He was able to short circuit Game and Adachi with the help of Crom. Well, helping Crom. Catching Adachi off guard. And Tox can Gigantamax, and this Gigantamax is like just him activating it is like a nuclear, like would be atomic. Shit would level entire cities, and it's insanely strong. Just imagine his lightning, but just like amplified to like the power of a Tsar, bro. Like probably even 2 times the power of a Tsar, 3 times maybe. Yeah. Okay. Next is Gark. Gark from part 1. Gark is the Pokemon mascot of that part. I forgot to say that Tox is also the mascot of part 13. No, part 7. Yeah, part 7 is where Tox is from. But yeah, Gark possesses the Mirage Behemoth, who can literally create casual earthquakes, and can even cause delayed tremors somehow. I don't know how he does it, but he can. And he can shoot these lava bombs and shit, and has this crazy tongue. And Gark himself can also Mega Evolve to amplify that even further. And with this Mega Evolution, he's able to... He was definitely a fear enough to Darknut, to the point to where Darknut had to trap him in a dome shield, because he would have probably killed him in a single fucking hit. And speaking of which, I actually forgot to put Darknut ever on this tier list. Oh my god, poor Darknut. I'm so sorry. Fucking Dark Knight. So Gark is able to defeat. And Gark is able to fight alongside Kaiba and Yu Narukami to defeat Black Knight. And Gark is able to straight up get stabbed through the stomach and pulled and use like a body shield by Deathstroke's Mirage Thresh. And with Thresh, he was able to pull in, and exactly what that is that. Thanks, Yu Narukami actually stabbed through Gark to hit Deathstroke, and Gark was able to get up tippy top fine, and then proceed to just Mega Evolve and stab Deathstroke right through the fucking heart. Well, not even through his entire chest, blasting that shit open. Shit was crazy. Gark is crazy. And last but not least, Adachi, Acrylic Block Adachi. Adachi from Part 7. So Adachi's power is actually so utterly bullshit. Like, the bullshit in this power makes no fucking sense. So he was able to pull up Izanagi no Akami here, or whatever the fuck the red version's called. And with this red version, he's able to trigger... Adachi's able to trigger this state called Shade Step. If you try to hurt Adachi, he can activate Shade Step. He's able to replace himself with his shade, making his shade take the blow, and shades are not, which is his shadow. So he's able to Shade Step past, switch spots with his shadow. His shadow takes the blow and dissipates because his shadow is supposed to be behind him. So it overlaps and creates a new shadow so he can trigger Shade Step again whenever he takes a hit. And the only way to beat Adachi during this state is that you have to hit him. You have to hit both him and his shade at the same time. Otherwise, you won't do shit. And Adachi has a gun, but who fucking cares? Adachi is able to is able to just scare the shit out of Chrom, and Chrom is pretty strong. And yeah, that's pretty much Adachi there. He's pretty strong and shit. And yeah, that's that tier. Next time we'll do what's the next tier called? Next tier is the nuclear plus tier, which is mountain and large mountain and shit. Scrap all the things I said about Zarbombas. I don't think I was being stupid, but yeah, suck my dick, subscribe, like, and cock and come too. So please and thank you.